Hey, Ray from Pitchell Partners. If you're thinking about your next move, the first step isn't updating your CV, it's getting an understanding of where the market is. The landscape shifts constantly by sector, seniority and location, so getting a feel for what's happening right now will help you to make smarter decisions. So let's break it down. What's the recruitment market like at the moment, right now? This is the question that everybody asks. It's usually the first question they ask. The market is always active. Good people will always find opportunities. But visibility changes. Sometimes hiring is really loud and obvious, and you'll see adverts all over the place and on all the job boards and all of that type of thing. Other times it's happening behind the scenes. And so here's a little truth. If recruiters seem quiet, it doesn't mean companies have stopped hiring. It means that they're mainly going direct. There is always movement. You just need to understand where and why. So are companies actually hiring? Yeah, always. What tends to vary is the level of seniority. So when the economy is buoyant and deal activity is high, then you'll see lots of CFO and finance director roles and movement within that level. When things tighten, businesses still hire, but slightly further down the food chain. So the number 2 or the number 3 levels in order to keep the engine running. Hiring happens largely in waves, so understanding which wave you're in will help you to position yourself properly. What levels are busiest right now? Well, a quick way to get a sense of flow is to look at the top 20 finance roles advertised on any major job board. You'll usually see patterns, so mid-level senior roles during quieter periods, senior roles when investment acquisitions or exits kick off, and project or transformation roles tend to follow leadership change. Finance hiring tends to mirror the economy, so when activity spikes, senior roles tend to follow. Is there a skills shortage? Now, yes, and there always will be. The pace of change means that people rarely get the opportunity in the breathing room to kind of reskill properly. So data systems, analytics, everything moves faster than people have time to adapt. So businesses are constantly playing catch up. Right now, the most valuable skills within businesses sit around the insight, data analytics, forecasting and commercial partnership type opportunities. And honestly, it's often cheaper to outsource transactional work and invest in capability at the top. So which sectors are hiring? It tends to move with the macro environment. So at the moment, natural resources and green tech are extremely active, and they've certainly kept me busy over the course of the last 14 months. Fintech and AI, they've kind of cooled off. Defence, aerospace, armaments are white hot, largely due to geopolitical pressures. And there's always a balance between growth sectors and restructuring environments, so two sides of the same coin. There's always somewhere hiring, even if it's not where it was last year. So where are the busiest locations? So London and the South East remain very active, as do other main cities, so Manchester, Leeds, Birmingham. Hybrid is still very much the norm, so I think on average 3 days in the office. Fully remote, much less so now. As senior people often want some in-person time, just maybe not 5 days a week. Is there any regional variance? For senior roles, not really. So COVID kind of levelled the playing field when people moved out of London, but kept London-weighted responsibilities. At junior levels, geography still plays a bit of a role, but at the top, it's more about impact and experience than postcode. And I guess lastly, do you really need sector experience? So sector experience comes up a lot, particularly when you're looking at job adverts and kind of required experiences. So sector experience is a nice to have, unless the role involves something uniquely technical, like maybe long-term logistics contracts or very niche revenue recognition models. But for most senior finance role, your ability to simplify the complex, drive performance, and partner with the business matters far more than whether you've worked in the exact industry before. There ought to be enough experience around the team to kind of carry you through that. So if you're exploring your next move and want a clearer sense of where you are and where you fit into the current landscape, feel free to drop me a line and reach out. I'm always happy to talk things through.